Think ahead, think forward. Imagine a city as exciting as it is peaceful. Playground for emerging talents in the most urban tropical environments. A residential area and a business center. A capital city that is a cultural and economical reference. Imagine such a city, inviting you into its future. Imagine such a city, experience it now.
Guadeloupe, French Guiana, Paris, Lyon, Nantes, Miami, Atlanta, Caracas, Santo Domingo, Costa Rica. Direct connections linking this destination with the rest of the world. First of all, welcome to Aimé Césaire International Airport of Fort-de-France, Montanique, a vibrant allusion to the famous writer and poet. And welcome to the city that he contributed to build decades after decades, Fort-de-France, its center, and its neighborhoods.
Along the way, various assets of the city show up, such as the trade harbor where thousands of tons of goods are unloaded every year. An activity that is not just limited to the business area, a marina here, a cruise terminal there, where it's not unusual to see a cruise ship coming across an inter-island ferry boat. The Caribbean in all its different faces in the blink of an eye. The waterfront can in fact be a tremendous goldmine of economical developments, if well exploited. For better understanding, another stop to the recent marina of Latang-Zabrico is necessary, a perfect illustration of the fruitful marriage between leisure and business. Soon, this privileged location will welcome various activities, such as craft fairs, restaurants, and professional training centers. As a result, the real estate market is currently booming in this area. A double opportunity for this city of 100,000 inhabitants and 1,200 downtown businesses.
Fort-de-France is a city that never sleeps, which seduces most visitors. In 2005, 2/3 of the 500,000 of those who came to visit the island had come to the capital for pleasure or for shopping sprees. For others, the attractions were the cultural events orchestrated by the city. The arrival of the internationally renowned traditional sailing race of Montanique, the international semi-marathon of Fort-de-France, and of course, the flamboyant and colorful carnival. A journey in Montanique is also a tremendous opportunity for cultural mix, and like the other towns around the island, the capital city knows how to take advantage of it, an opportunity enhanced by the harbor and its cruise passengers. The shortness of their stay rarely allows them to visit the rest of the island. In spite of a broad array of offers to discover Montanique, a snapshot of Port-de-France often remains the only postcard they will ever take back home. Their quest and desires, the Martinican territory, and its specificity within its Caribbean environment, the French touch. With the potential of 1 million people, locals and visitors all together, FDF is an attraction in itself that stimulates businesses of all types. They are the reason why the heart of the city beats and rejuvenates itself constantly. Imagine a city that vibrates to the pace of its businesses, today already, and in 2008 even more.
An inner-city shopping mall called Cour-Perrenot. 10,500 square meters of shops, remarkably located at street level and on the second floor. 8,200 square meters of well-kept offices on the third and the fourth floor are partly occupied by the city administrative departments, but also remain available to entrepreneurs. A 640 parking spots lot is built underneath the mall to increase the level of services and comfort.
Even more convenient and practical, the future business center of the waterfront of Les Pointe-Simon. At the end of the building processes, 78,000 meters squared of offices will rise from the ground up, as well as a business hotel and upscale luxury apartments. What an awesome environment for this business center, strategically located on the Malecon. After a long day of work, visitors will surely enjoy the proximity of the water and a relaxing stroll all the way to the spectacular Fort St. Louis, a monument that dominates the bay, like a memory carved into the stones of the history of the country.
Nearby, another witness of the past and assets for the future. La Savane. 4 acres of green. the long attached to the life of the city. A natural patchwork where a vintage music belvedere from the 70s is built next to the craftsman and more recent features. You can definitely picture this city now. It's a dream come true thanks to the efforts of all. The local police, the mediation agents, Foret, as it's also known, is an elegant, secure, and accessible city. Public transports include buses, taxis, and a future cable car line. And for those who remain unconvertible drivers, 3,500 parking spaces are already available. All these conveniences were built for the comfort of visitors as well as locals. With its large number of schools, junior high schools, and high schools, FDF is, before all, a place where real people live. Also accessible, the numerous sport equipment such as the Pierre Alaker Stadium. In a totally different area, public health, FDF harbors the most advanced hospital facility of the whole Caribbean. The Pierre Zobda Quitman University Hospital, which will soon also give birth to the Women, Mothers, and Children Care Center. The future's most advanced skilled nursing facility of the Caribbean. What else is there to say?
What else is there to say? The heart of the city has not yet revealed all its secrets. So let's take a second look. Yes, FDF is a dynamic business center, but also a cultural crossroad. Next to La Savane, you will find the Arts and Culture Center, and on the same perspective of those craving for knowledge, will surely be seduced by the public library. Bibliothèque Schoelescher, a technical piece of architecture erected by the famous Henry Peake. And from the same architect, the metallic bell tower of the Cathedral St. Louis testifies of a glorious past when iron was trendy, a monument that paradoxically remains rather classical. A couple of footsteps farther, the former Hall of Justice of neoclassical inspiration will soon celebrate its second centennial, as it has been converted into an arts and cultural hall, Camille Darcière Cultural Center, named after a famous local lawyer and congressman.
Fort-de-France is a crossroad where various cultures meet. Like for instance, during its music festival or during the events programmed at the Atrium and CMAC. Nationally renowned prestigious venues that have welcomed programs as eclectic as musicals, international ballets, or George Benson, among others. A cultural crossroads symbolized by the inspirational ornaments that sublimes the walls of the City Hall with native Indian signs, reminding us that they were the first inhabitants of the island. With this new multicultural identity, this contemporary building can now proudly stand next to the one-century-old theater building. Here, the passing time is printed on the walls. Every year, a cosmetic contest that rewards the most beautiful building front is organized by the city. Same mixture of styles and time references in Joseph Compère Street, an inevitable spot for contemporary art and nightlife. An inevitable spot for contemporary art and nightlife. This old building will soon be converted into a cultural bar restaurant, shops, and businesses, with rooms dedicated to creativity using digital technologies, as to prove that here, even pleasure can impulse new developments. From this street, if you take a look at the horizon, you will see the future business center of La Pointe-Simon, back to square one. It was just a little journey across a small, big city whose current efforts will surely and fruitfully blossom in the near future. Imagine this city and experience it now.